like 70% of businesses fail, or some ridiculously high number. And they seem to be suffering from all of these different maladies. The reality is that if your business is struggling, there is one prescription that will cure all of your business ills. If you've been in business for 3 or 5 years and you're still struggling to make ends meet, or you've been in business for a whole year and your business is not doing 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or $50,000 a month, like what I'm going to share with you today is going to take your business to a totally different level than you've ever thought about before. And I'm fascinated when I talk to entrepreneurs, how many entrepreneurs don't ever really look at this metric as like the secret sauce, but this is it. So this is what I call the secret business cure-all, why this one secret solves all business problems. What secret is that? It's called profit. Not prophet like Isaiah the prophet, right? I'm talking about profit, like the money that's left over after the cost of doing business. But see, when you think about profit, you think of something that's maybe a hopeful bonus I get at the end of my work week. No. Profit is the purpose. It's the objective. Wealth-producing profits is the purpose of business. Now, you only get those wealth-producing profits if you can serve other people. So, how do we get these profits to start coming into our business, and how do we make everything in our business profitable so that everything in our business pays for itself? Well, there are 3 basic levers that we're going to learn to pull today. The first one is customer acquisition profits. I'm going to go over here to my trusty digital blackboard. When I talk about customer acquisition profits, that means I'm going to get paid to acquire customers. I want you to think about that. Like, if you want to ask yourself a great question, ask yourself this question: how can I get paid to acquire customers? How can I get paid to acquire clients? How can I generate clients that generate profits? That's the objective. It's not, well, I'm in, so I can tell people I'm in this business, or so I can do this business activity. It's really interesting to me that people who have a job doing a thing, and they do it really, really well, they make the mistake oftentimes of thinking that they can start a business doing that thing because they're good at doing the job, because they think the job is the business, because that's the only part of the business they see is their job. But the reality is, if you're really, really good at accounting and you work at an accounting firm, that does not mean you're going to be great at running an accounting business. If you're really, really good at being a plumber, that doesn't mean you're going to necessarily be good at running a plumbing business. If you're really, really good at being a hairstylist, that doesn't mean then you're working in somebody else's salon. That doesn't mean you're going to be able to go run a hair salon and be successful at that. They're totally different skill sets. Because think about it, when they program us to have a job, they program us to show up, work for X number of dollars per hour, or for a salary, and then we are focused on doing our job and then getting our pay. They're not. Most people who have a job, they're not focused on the result. They're focused on the activity. But the result is the thing that the customers pay for. So, the first part of these customer acquisition profits is going to be in.
It's here. This is it. The federal government just came out with some new regulations that allows you to buy real estate with less money down than ever before.
Lead generation. But lead generation needs to be some kind of SLO at the end. Now, what's SLO? Myron's so slow, he doesn't know how to spell slow. No, that's not what it is. Okay, so SLO stands for self-liquidating offer. So your lead generation needs to be self-liquidating. Self-liquidating profits, customer acquisition profits are self-liquidating. So how could you generate a lead and have that be profitable? Well, there are multiple ways, but the first way we're going to do it is we're going to, like what I do by providing value on YouTube, by creating content on YouTube. When I create a video on YouTube, some of you who are watching me right now in the YouTubeosphere, you found me on YouTube. Those of you who are, how many of you in this room, by the way, found me on YouTube? You saw me the first time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 people found me on YouTube. 4 people out of the 12 or 15 people who are here found me on YouTube. That's a big number. Well, guess what? YouTube sends me money every month. So I'm literally getting paid ridiculous amounts of money to generate attention for my business. And then people go and they say, well, I wonder what he has. And so they'll go buy my book. And they'll follow the links that are in the description. They'll say, oh, I wonder what he has. Oh, he's got this book called Trash Man and Cash Man. I think I'll go buy that. And they click on that link, and then they give me their name and their email address and their phone number, and they put their credit card in there as well. So YouTube is one of the ways that I self-liquidate my lead generation. But that's not the only way. You can also have, an opt-in funnel. Opt-in. Opt-in means they take the option to put their name and email address in your field. Name, email address, phone number. That's called opt-in. But when they put their name and email address in, they push submit, it takes them to a thank you page. And the thank you page, you can put a video on your thank you page where you're a talking head on your thank you page. You say, hey, I have this thing, and then they pay you money for the thing. They got the thing for free, and then you did a little training on here and said, by the way, you can buy my $7 this or my $27 that, and that's a self-liquidating offer for lead generation. So let's say out of every 100 leads, every 100 leads that give you their name, email address, and phone number, let's say 15 of them buy your $10 thing. Well, 15 people buy your $10 thing, that's $150 you got paid for generating those leads, and you can use that $150, if you want to pay for ads to drive that traffic to that opt-in funnel. So that's what I mean when I say self-liquidating. Does that make sense? So one of the questions when I call the people on my ads team, the guys on my ads team, I'll say, okay, how many leads did we generate last month? Okay, from the ads, because we buy ads on Facebook. We don't really buy ads on YouTube, but we buy ads on Facebook and Instagram. And so when we buy ads on Facebook and Instagram, I'll always ask them, how much did we spend on ads? And so sometimes they'll say, well, we spent $36,000 last month on ads. Okay, how much did it bring in sales? It brought in $67,000. Okay, so if we spend $36,000 on ads and it brings in $67,000, then that ad SLO'd, it's self-liquidated. That offer self-liquidated. See, but business owners don't think like that. You're not going to think like that unless somebody teaches you to think like that. So how can I make this lead generation that I'm doing pay for itself? So Daniel Priestley, the author of 24 Assets and Oversubscribed and Key Person of Influence, et cetera, one of the most brilliant entrepreneurial coaches I've ever met over in the UK, and he's way too young to be that smart, but he is anyway. So Daniel says that everything in business is downstream from lead generation. Everything in business is downstream from lead generation. If your business is struggling, one of the reasons your business is struggling because you don't have anybody to sell to. You don't have anybody to make offers to. Why? Because maybe you got started in network marketing, somebody said, well, you got to go talk to your friends and your family, and after all your friends and family tell you no, now you don't have anybody to talk to. That's real. That's like real for people. But what we do is we pay for leads, and then those leads self-liquidate. We send those leads to an opt-in funnel. They opt in, they give us their name and email address, and then we say, hey, you might want to buy a ticket to this challenge for $297. They say, no, I don't want the ticket for $297, so they don't buy it. But then we say, well, maybe you want the $97 general admission ticket. Okay, I'll take that. Do you see what I'm saying? So your lead generation offer is a self-liquidating, is part of your customer acquisition profits. And I put lead generation up here. This should be customer acquisition profits. Customer acquisition profits. That's the first type of profits, right? Okay? So where do they come from? Comes from lead generation, but the other place they come from is they come from core products. So one, lead generation, but the next thing they come from is from core product offers. So you have core product profits. Now, I love core products but most businesses make the mistake of thinking that the core product is the business. The core product is just one of the pillars of the business. What do I mean core product? So we have a couple of core products. So these are two of our main core products. So this is a core product. This book right here, From the Trash Man to the Cash Man, How Anyone Can Get Rich Starting From Anywhere. I literally used to be a trash man. I made $6.25 an hour, and now we make considerably more than that. So that book sells for $20. Now, that book, here's what's really interesting about having a core product. This book, I wrote this book 18 years ago. How long? 18 years. I wrote this book 18 years ago. So this is work that I did 18 years ago. It makes between $8,000 and $12,000 a month. Did y'all hear that? It makes between $8,000 and $12,000 a month. Work I did 18 years ago. That's a core product offer. This is a core product. This book right here, this book, Boss Moves, it sells for $30 online, plus $9.99 shipping and handling. This book sells between $25,000 and $70,000 worth of books a month. This is a core product offer. We've got other core products. Our challenge tickets, $297. Our challenge tickets bring in these are core products. And by the way, I'm not saying this is going to happen for you. And I'm just showing you how what I'm saying actually works because I actually do it. I'm not teaching you any theory. I'm not teaching you something that I read in a book 3 weeks ago. This is how I live my life. And so I don't know exactly how many dollars worth of tickets we sold, somewhere between $80,000 and $110,000 worth of tickets a month. So you add all that together, it starts turning into some relatively decent income just with core products. And this is not even your main profit center. This is just the thing that this keeps your business in business, right? So you have your core product offer. Core product offer. Now you can have a core product offer with an automated email sequences, so you can have emails that go out automatically. Somebody gives you their name and email address, and then once they give you their name and email address, you send them an email with the thing you promised them, but every couple of days, you have an autoresponder that sends them an email automatically, and it makes them an offer. And every offer it makes them is not an offer to buy something. Maybe it's just an offer to go, hey, I did a YouTube video on XYZ. You should go watch this video. It'll really help you understand how to do XYZ. So you have an automated email sequence that helps you sell your core product offers. Is what I'm saying making sense? And then, so what we're working on right now, I got this from one of my clients, actually. I got this idea from one of my clients. What we're working on right now is my daughter and I, we're working on building an automatic sales engine for a core product offer that's a little more pricey. So core products are they could be anywhere from $7 up to like $3,000. To me, those are anywhere in that price point. Core product offers. So we're in the process of creating a sales engine. I'll tell you what a sales engine is in a minute. We're in the process of creating a sales engine for one of our core products that's $2,000. That's really helped a lot of people, but we don't have a sales engine for it because we did it live once and then we stopped selling it. Right? Why did you stop selling it? Because we didn't have a sales engine for it. So we're going to create an automated masterclass or an automated webinar, on-demand webinar, on-demand masterclass, so somebody can watch it on their time, on their schedule when they want to watch it, and then they watch it, and when they watch it, some of those people will buy the $2,000 offer. So that is a core product sales with, so you have core product sales with automated email, you have core product sales on a thank you page, from lead generation, and then you have core product sales from an automated sales engine like an automatic webinar or an automated masterclass. Okay, so that's lead generation or customer acquisition profits. The second type of profits are customer retention profits. Customer retention, what's that? That's the money that you make by getting clients on MRR, monthly recurring revenue. So you sell the thing once, but they pay you for it from now on. So what are some things that you can sell and get MRR? Well, you could sell software as a service. They call it SaaS, right? SaaS, software as a service. That's MRR, monthly recurring revenue. So this is customer retention. Somebody discovered, and I think maybe it was Jay Abraham who came up with this, if you want to grow a business, there are only basically 3 ways to do it. You increase the number of customers. Number 2, you increase the amount each customer spends. And number 3, you increase the frequency with which they spend. That's it, right? It's really simple. But truth is always simple. It's lies that are complicated. So how can I create some customer retention profits. I can create customer retention profits through software as a service or SaaS. But I could also do it through a membership site. Like I've got a password-protected website where people have access to certain information because they pay a monthly fee. Or it could be a newsletter. So it could be a monthly newsletter, either digital or physical. I mean, I've got newsletters that I've got some newsletters that I pay $700 a year for. I got one newsletter I pay $300 a month for. So, like every month, I guess $3,600 a year, $300 a month comes out of my check, hits my American Express every month. So for a newsletter. So, and the other one is, this is my favorite, be the bank. What does that mean? That means when you have some products that you sell for a little bit more money, you let them pay you in payments, but charge them more. So you get to be the bank. We have about somewhere between $21,000 and $24,000 a week in automated payments that come in because we are the bank. We finance our offers for people. Now, anybody can do any of this. But nobody has to do all of this. But if you do all of this, your business might have some problems, but you'll be able to make enough money to solve them. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Myron, why do you say like profits solve all your problems? No, profits don't solve all your problems, because what if your problem is you don't have good employees? Well, then those profits will give you the ability to hire good employees. But my business is underperforming. Great. Now you can afford to hire a consultant to teach you how to make your business perform better. It's the cure-all. So the thing that customer retention profits do through continuity software, et cetera, is they sustain operating. These are for sustaining operating profits. The first ones, those are self-liquidating profits, but these are sustaining your operations profits. So think about this. Let's say it costs you $100,000 a month for payroll and leases and software, et cetera. It costs you $100,000 a month. If you get 1,000 people paying you $100 a month, like all your bills are paid on the first of the month, and everything you make after that's profit. Do you see why this is so important? Like when my brain thinks about business, I don't think of it as a one-dimensional checkerboard. I think of it as a four-dimensional chessboard. And so what I'm doing is I'm making sure I've got self-liquidating offers and core product offers, and I've got customer retention offers in the form of software, membership sites, SaaS, and be the bank. So the last one is consumption expansion profits. Consumption expansion profits. What is that? What is that? Consumption expansion profits. This is one of my favorites because this is the surplus generating profits. This is where you generate the extra money. This is where people like Warren Buffett, they have all of this money set aside so when markets crash, they can buy up everything else that everybody's getting rid of. Right? This is where you make the money. This is not money to go buy a Lamborghini. This is not money to go buy a Rolls Royce. This is not money to go buy a mansion. This is the money that gives you the ability to up-level your whole business game. So what is it? Well, it's premium value offers.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. But the money I saved, thought I'd get a wax.
Oh, I love premium value offers. You say, Myron, what's a premium value offer? A premium value offer is something that costs way more than a $3,000 core product offer. You might sell it for $10,000. You might have a $10,000 coaching day, group coaching day. You might have a $50,000 a year mastermind. You might have. So I'll just tell you what some of mine are, so you can really get a picture of this, so you can understand that I am not teaching any theory. Like we have a couple of different coaching programs that are premium value offers. We've got a coaching program that sells for $27,000. We have about 180 people in that program at any given time. So 180 people, 27,000, you're going to be okay. Okay. So we have a $55,000 coaching program. It's a mastermind, a year-long mastermind. And that program right now has about 70 people in it. Okay. Here's what that means. You're going to be okay. Then we have our $350,000 VIP day plus what? Plus they get those other 2 masterminds. Plus they get to do masterminds in the sky with me and fly on private jets, and we go and we mastermind and break down like what to do to fix their business. So that is $350,000 for the year. We right now have 9 people in that. And then we have our highest program, which is King Solomon's Royal Family. That's $1 million a year coaching program. We currently have 3 people in that. Now, why am I telling you all that? I'm telling you this because I want you to know that this is real. I didn't start there. You know where I started? I started with a $147 offer in 2003. And I made that $147 offer until I felt comfortable making a $497 offer. And then I made that $497 offer until okay, I'm going to do it. 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 I made a $997 offer, and people still said yes. And then I said, I'm about to break the bank. I'm about to make an offer that's so much money, nobody's ever going to pay me this much money, but I'm going to have fun because I need to practice more than I need the money anyway. And I came up with a big old whopping, I can hardly write it on the board, it's so big, $3,000. And guess what? 2 people said yes. And I literally thought, maybe they didn't hear me say it was $3,000. I literally thought that. But they did, and they paid me the $3,000, and I taught them this stuff, and I'm like, okay, that was fun. But that price must have been too low. So the next time I offered it for $4,000. 7 people bought it. This is a thing. This is a thing. So when you learn something that's this valuable, people will pay you this much for it, regardless of what price this is. That changed my life. Because this is how you win the game that you are in. See, premium value offers could be anything from an educational mastermind. That's what I have. I have educational masterminds. Could be, it could be an empowerment immersion. So what's an immersion? An immersion is when somebody comes and they spend 2 days with you, 3 days with you, 4 days with you, and they go deep, but when they leave, they're transformed. Like, we have an immersion for like high-level entrepreneurs who sell stuff called Pitch Perfect Profits. We sell it for $25,000, and it's 2 days, and it's done, and their life is never the same. I'm not saying this to you because I want you to buy something from me. I'm hopefully giving you ideas for things you can do. Who? Everybody tap yourself on the chest, say me. That you can do because you know something that only you know. Your unique life experiences have brought you to the place where you know things that only you know. And there are people out there, I know it's hard for you to believe because in your mind, you're just you. But I'm just me. Why would they pay me that much money? Because you're the one who knows the thing that they want to know. Okay, and then you have experiential memories, like you have experiential memory creating offers, and you give them access to marketing. So, do you realize that one of the things you can do to make a premium value offer premium is just turn it into an experience? So the question then becomes what? How do I turn an offer into an experience? I know that's what y'all are thinking. How many of y'all are thinking that? Okay, good. So I'll answer that question since you're thinking it. So how do you turn an offer into an experience? You do it someplace that everybody's always wanted to go but believe they never could. Like where? Hawaii. I taught this to a friend of mine. He created a mastermind called Profits in Paradise, where he'd take people to Hawaii. He'd do a business plan for them for trading stocks, and he would take them to, they'd go to Hawaii. They would spend 3 days with him. In the mornings, he would teach them. In the afternoons, they'd go play at the beach or go play golf or go do whatever they wanted to do. So it was really 3 half days. I think, if I remember correctly, he charged $28,000 for those 3 days. And then he'd fly to Hawaii, and after they left, he'd stay for 7 more days. I'm like, this is, you talk about a paid vacation, now that's the definition of a paid vacation. You got paid to go on vacation, not just paid while you were on vacation. How do you take like a training and turn it into an experience? You do it on a cruise ship. Like, he was doing stock market trainings on cruise ships. He would sell people these stock market trainings on cruise ships, and I don't know, $13,000, $14,000, $15,000. They'd come spend a couple days on the cruise. They'd spend a week on the cruise. They'd go do their excursions. They'd have one training a day while they're at sea. But then when they got to land, they'd go out and just explore. So you can take things that are already experiences and then wrap your offer in that experience. And it changes the game. Now, none of this is theory. Now, here's the caveat, though. While I'm teaching you all this really cool stuff about these profits, it's only profits if you have the ability to actually help someone produce a result. Otherwise, it's extortion. When somebody pays me, I don't care if they're paying me $30 for a book or they're paying me $1 million for a year-long coaching program and 4 VIP days. I don't care. If I can't help them 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10x or more the amount of money they paid me, I've stolen their money. And I'm not a thief, so I'm not going to do that. And you've got to make up your mind that you want the results for them more than you want revenue from them. Because if you don't, you're just a con artist. You have to treat people good. By the way, I heard this, I don't remember who I heard this from, but I heard this a couple days ago. Maybe it was on a YouTube video. Somebody said, bad news will travel around the world before good news has a chance to put its shoes on. Oh, if you're out there being a snake, people going to find out. And they ain't going to keep it to themselves. You have to treat people good. So all of this stuff I taught you is really cool. It's really great. It's wonderful stuff. But I'm going to tell you something. The main, and this is going to sound all ooey gooey, but it is what it is. The main ingredient is love. What do I mean by that? You have to love the people that you serve so much that you never sell them anything that doesn't do them good. Why? Because, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to burn bridges for short-term gain. I'm telling you, if you will do what I showed you today, it'll change your life for the rest of your life. Now, if you don't know anything that helps people, go learn something to make your presence more valuable. Then people will pay you. And the amounts of money they will pay you can be into the mind-boggling numbers. You have to serve people at a very high level. No wonder Jesus said, he who will be greatest among you, let him be servant of all. The people who serve the most people are the people who are the greatest people in the world. Sometimes that turns into money. Sometimes it doesn't. Either way, that is the objective. If you will do this, it will take your life and your business to another level. And then you can have the kind of profits that can solve all kinds of problems when they rear their ugly heads. It's like my doctor says, how often do you see billionaires die of cancer? Not very. You know why? Because they've made enough profits so they can get the best care in the world. Here's what I believe. This is what I believe about you and for you. Your family deserves the best, but they can only have it if you're willing to become the best. And when I say the best, I'm not talking about better than everybody else. I'm talking about the best in your category, the best in class for what you do and how you serve people. Serve people at such a high level that they don't want to think about anybody else. Serve at such a high level that you literally take all the other options off the table for them. They don't even consider them. That's what will change your life and bring in those profits that don't just come in for a couple of weeks or a couple of months or a couple of years, but they will last for a lifetime, or better yet, for generations. I hope this video helps you. Profits are the business cure-all. If you'll let them, they'll take your life and your business to the next level. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.